I'm a self-proclaimed camera nerd, and nothing drives me crazier than low-quality, grainy images. And although I've got the latest greatest iPhone 16 Pro Max, the selfie camera on this thing is, for lack of a better word, still pretty terrible. For me, my iPhone 16 Pro Max might have a fantastic rear sensor, but you know what it has on the front still? 12 megapixels. And no offense, Apple, but when you push this front sensor, whether that's by zooming out to get more in frame or you're in lower light, it really starts to fall apart. However, I've recently found a pretty cool piece of tech that I wanted to share with you guys that I think can help you take your selfie game to a whole new level. And it's this guy, the Shimbol CP5 Selfie Monitor. Well, let me tell you all about it, how it works, and why you might want to pick one up if you've got an iPhone or Android device and you're not very happy with the selfie cam quality. So first, what is it? Well, the Shimbol CP5 is a 5-inch full HD screen that snaps onto the back of your device and allows you to monitor what you're doing on your main phone screen. So that means if you launch the camera app, you can see what your rear cameras are doing even when you've got your phone flipped around. And everybody's rear-facing cameras are higher quality than their selfie cameras, so this unlocks a whole new world of possibility and opportunity for creating content on your smartphone. When you buy the CP5, you get not only the monitor itself, but a rather nice rubber-feeling case with the MagSafe magnets, which of course will work for any other device, not just an iPhone, but an Android device as well, that has Qi charging, the wireless coil, the magnetic coil on the back. This will snap right on, and it's got 2 of them, as you can see there, so it is very strong. I've tested the hold not just on my standard clear case, but also on my Clix keyboard case. It works on both like a charm and holds on great, which is fantastic to see that I can use it with even my larger, bulkier, thicker case like the one from the Clix. As I said, that screen is 1080p and 5 inches in size, so you can get a full HD preview of whatever you're recording with your rear-facing camera. And because it is connected via Bluetooth, it's not actually paired with a wire to your device, you can use it as a monitor so you can record yourself from a distance using the rear camera as well. Now the CP5 is dead easy to use. There's only 3 buttons on it and all of them are very straightforward. You've got your power on off button at the bottom. You hold it to power on and off. In the middle is your shutter button. Depending on the mode of your camera, whether it's video or photo, portrait, whatever, that shutter button will trigger the shutter in the camera app on your device and will trigger and start the recording or take the picture. The last button is the rotation, so you can actually orient this however you wish on your device and then flip the orientation of the screen so that you can see yourself properly and you can ensure you're getting the right angle and the right shot. It does take a little bit of time getting used to the angle of the rear cameras because they are placed a little bit differently than the selfie cam. It's a little unnatural, but once you get the hang of it, again, this unlocks so many more opportunities for recording higher quality content and getting way better dynamic range, way better depth of field with those way more powerful rear cameras. Now, if you're going to be using your rear camera and it's all of its high-def glory to take selfies and videos of yourself using your CP5, you're going to want to make sure you're doing so with nice skin. And that's where the sponsor of today's video, Cozy Soaps, comes in. All of Cozy Soap's products are handmade with all natural ingredients. They are chemical-free, they are cruelty-free, they are toxin-free. Cozy Soap products will leave your hands and your skin feeling fresh and revitalized without any of the chemical residue or risk. And if you want to check them out and get 15% off your first order, you can use our code DESIGNER15 and click the link down at the top of the description to go and shop all of their soap products today. Thank you to Cozy Soaps for sponsoring this video. And now back to more info on the Shimbol CP5. Now, the device itself has a 2000 milliamp hour battery, which should get you about 3.5 hours of use on a single charge. It is a little bit heavy, but again, those magnets are extremely strong. At 123 grams, it does add a little bit of heft to the back of your device, but honestly, it felt super solid. I was holding my phone just off of the CP5 case, and I didn't feel like it was gonna fall, like I was gonna drop it or was gonna disconnect. It's really, really well built, and it gave me a lot of confidence when using the CP5 for shooting content. Now, there's really only 2 drawbacks that I noticed. First, the Shimbol CP5 shares the image to the device through the built-in screen sharing system from your phone. But because I'm on the Pro Max iPhone, I think the image can't fill the entire screen. So it is letterboxed slightly on the left and right hand sides, regardless of the orientation. But I think if you're on a standard size iPhone or Android device, not a Pro size or Plus size, you'll probably not run into this issue. And it didn't take away from the overall user experience, but just making you aware in case you notice something looking a little funky on the screen. And the second issue, probably just limited to the capabilities of streaming over Bluetooth, is that when I was recording video tests with the CP5, I did notice a little bit of a delay between what was being captured by my iPhone and what was being played back on the screen when mirroring. And honestly, I could still line up my shot and make sure everything was lit well and I was in frame. That's not the problem. It just looked a little bit laggy, and I saw my mouth finish moving about a second after I actually finished speaking. Again, this didn't really ruin the experience for me. I was still able to do everything needed to set up and record the video, start and stop the clip using the Bluetooth control shutter button on the CP5. But again, if you want something that is real time, you can only really get that kind of near zero latency with a wired connection. So this isn't going to be that for you. Just letting you know, you can still do 95% of what you need, and it's just as good because again, you're still going to allow yourself to be able to capture that much higher quality image using this screen. So all in all, I think this is a really cool piece of tech that you should probably take a look at. Regardless of the case you're using, regardless of the device type you're using, whether you're on iPhone or Android, this device can enable and extend your content creation capabilities to a whole new level. It's going to allow me to set up and frame my shots and start and stop them and monitor them. Even if I was, say, across the room or recording something at a distance, I could still do it all with this handy dandy little device. And it is also quite inexpensive if you want to just test it out. At the time of this recording, you can get the CP5 on Amazon for under 150 Canadian dollars, which I think, again, is great value for the capability that this unlocks, especially if you are a content creator who's always on the go and you maybe want to be able to leave your secondary camera like your Osmo Pocket 3 at home and still capture great looking footage. This lets you do that. It's small enough to fit in your pocket when you're done. All in all, for the price, I think it's pretty great value, and I think it's worth testing out just to see if you like it. But as always, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you want to try it out? Huge thanks to Shimbol for sending over the CP5 for me to test out. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again soon in the next video.